What's up, Hot Rock TV fans? You're watching the hottest dance show in America, and we're in the beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now, outside of the Martha White Bluegrass tour bus. Who is on board? Well, I guess you're just gonna have to stay tuned. Check out this next smoking video. Hey, what's up? This is Hot Rock TV, and I am your host, Tarra Layne, and we're sitting here right now with the beautiful and wonderful Rhonda Vincent. How are you?
I am great. Great to be here. Great to see you, and thanks for coming aboard our Martha White Bluegrass Express.
Yes, this is a wonderful, beautiful bus.
Thank you.
Rhonda is performing here this evening at Rivers Casino in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with her band, The Rage. Tell us a little bit about your experience here in Pittsburgh so far.
Well, I mean, I've been through here. We have performed here before, but it's been a while, quite a while. So we're glad to get back and to be here at Rivers Casino. And you know, I travel with an award-winning band, and we share this passion not only for the music but for the travel and all of the exciting places that we get to go.
Please tell me, oh my gosh, there's amazing things that have been happening. You just won so many awards. Tell us about it.
Well, we were in Nashville, Tennessee at what they call the SPIGMA Awards and Convention, which is the Society for the Preservation of Bluegrass Music of America. Salute. And we won 5 awards there. Hunter, my fiddle player, I think it might have been his 12th or 13th award for Fiddle Player of the Year. My guitar player, probably his 6th or 7th Guitar Player of the Year. Mickey's maybe 3rd or 4th for Bass Player of the Year. And then we Female Vocalist and Entertainer of the Year.
Tell us some recent records you're coming out with, some stuff that you've just done and coming this coming year.
Well, I wish I had the single. We have a brand new single that came out last week, and we did a worldwide premiere on Sirius XM Radio, and then I have a show that's on WSM out of Nashville the last Thursday of each month, so I was there live, and we got to launch the new song, and last week at the SPIGMA Convention.
What's it called?
It's called I'd Rather Hear I Don't Love You Than Nothing at All. So, and it was actually the crazy part, this song was written 15 years ago by, well, some of the greatest in country music, Larry Cordell, who wrote a lot of hits for Ricky Skaggs, and then Lionel Delmore, whom I had never met, and I found out later he wrote the John Anderson song "Swingin' Just a Swingin'," and he wrote that and a lot of hits for John Anderson.
That's amazing. What before you get up on stage and like you start doing your thing, what kind of warm-ups do you do? Like, what really helps you get in the mode? Well,
I know a lot of people like to sing, or like to do warm-ups as far as going on stage. Mine, I think, is more preservation. I like to be like really calm and really just go into this really quiet place, and because when we go out there, it is so full of energy and it's so aggressive, the way we play. So I think mine is a little more of just getting this really calmness before the storm, before we hit the stage, and I think everybody has their own, whatever they might do. We worked in New York City it was a convention called APAP. And there are performers from all over the world, and we were all in this one big room together, and it was really interesting to hear each, like there was an opera singer, he was doing these warm-ups. There was a saxophone player and a tuba player, and well, there were singers, dancers, there were dancers doing stretches, and it's like, okay, here we are, then my guys are having a jam over here, and they're playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown. So it really is interesting to see all of the different concepts and what works for each person.
What are some of your favorite, your best influences growing up?
Well, I grew up in a musical family, traced 5 generations, and my mom and dad and my grandpa, aunts, uncles, cousins, and friends, we all had a television show. And we weren't called the Vincent family because there were also friends involved. And when I was 5 years old, we had a television show, a radio show, made our first recording. We were called the Sally Mountain Show. And I ended up traveling, well, a good part of my life. It ended up being my mom and dad and I, and we carried on that tradition as the Sally Mountain Trio, and then my brothers came along, and once again we were the Sally Mountain Show. But the greatest influence was every day my dad would pick me up from school, and my grandpa and my dad and we would sing till dinner. We'd sing and play, and then after dinner friends came over, and we would be sitting around, and everyone took a turn. My dad would say, "Take it, Rhonda." Once I started playing the mandolin, then each night this music party, and he would go, "Take it." Well, after a while, he was like, I'm gonna work something up so I know what I'm going to do when he says take it. So my dad was my greatest influence, I think, with the family. Beyond that, we listened to the Grand Ole Opry, and I still do. But pretty much anyone that was on the Grand Ole Opry, that was someone that would be a great influence. Everyone sang, everyone had a different style. Like my Aunt Catherine she sings like Kitty Wells. My grandpa might sing a Bill Monroe song. My dad might play he also played banjo, but he played electric guitar like Chet Atkins. So there was a lot of different mixtures of styles. So anyone on the Grand Ole Opry was a great influence, but there is one person that, to take that beyond, your younger years, just learning. Well, Dolly Parton, I had a call on my answering machine in 1992. Now, I live in northern Missouri, I still do, and as you can imagine, that was back, you may be way too young to remember this, but we had a Codaphone and the light would be blinking red, and I got home and this light was blinking and I hit the button and it said, "Hi, this is Dolly Parton and I want you to come to Nashville and sing with me." Well, of course I thought it was a joke.
You're freaking out. I'm like, what?
So I called the number back, and sure enough, it was Dolly. And so that was my first experience meeting her, and I got to sing on her Slow Dancin' with the Moon album. And from that, I feel so honored to have sang and performed with her. But the great, and to learn what an influence she is. We did the song, the project called Heart Songs. It was a live album that she did at Dollywood. And we spent 10 days with her rehearsing and getting ready for this project. And I think such an influence I learned from her, watching her. She was writing her first book at that time, working on this live project, and getting like 3 hours of sleep each night. Well, she would come in, there's a cast of 60 people. Now you would think Dolly could come in and say, "Hi everybody," that would be it. And no one would think anything about it. But she came in early each day. Long before we were rehearsing, she would spend time with each and every group. And I asked her years later, I said, I want you to know what an influence that was on me, to watch you make sure that each person was there. She made each person feel very special because she took special time, and how is your kids and how is your family, and she didn't even realize that she didn't do that intentionally. She just knew each day she came in and she loved the people so much, and to get to know the people. In 2005, I had a life-threatening illness, and I didn't expect to be sitting here with you right now. And when I came home from the hospital, she was standing in my living room in Kirksville, Missouri. And so she is the single most greatest influence. I watch her, a lady who is a world icon, who can be or do anything that she wants to be, but yet she exudes this incredible kindness and gives to. Yeah, she's so human, and she gives back to others. And I think she is probably the single most greatest influence in my life, not only in business but as a person.
You're watching Hot Rock TV,
where you can be a shining star no matter who you are.
Check out this next smoking video.
Oh, it might be mine, huh?
I think it is.
Ooh, let's see it.